Hello, my beautiful Geminis. Intuitive Soul Coach here with your full moon July reading. So the full moon does happen to land on around July 23rd, depending on your location. So today we'll take a look at what you'll be celebrating during this new moon cycle. Oh, right off the bat. What you'll be celebrating, what your spiritual gifts and untapped potential here is, a message from Spirit, how you've grown during this cycle, and steps that you can take to continue growing. So Gemini, welcome back if you are returning, and welcome if you are new. If you would like to sign up for a free reading or even a personal reading, you can find both of those links in the description box below. All right, so we are going to dive right into this energy for you. So what is it that you are celebrating? We have the Strength card. So let's just zoom in here for you, Gemini. We have the Strength card, and we also have the Knight of Swords. So the Strength card in this deck, it is card 11, which is the soul path. So it's the card of endurance, power, willpower. It's about going forward, having that inner strength to not feel like you are self-sabotaging. So I feel like you're celebrating actually being strong about taking action towards a situation, including yourself, and really getting up out of something. So what Spirit is saying here is that you have and had that inner strength, and that's what you're celebrating, especially if you've been battling, things inside that you've kept in. If you've been battling any sort of addictions or any sort of self-sabotaging behavior here, I feel like you're coming out of that here, and it's a beautiful energy with this Strength card. And followed up behind that, we have the Knight of Swords energy, Knight of Michael. It says, strong, committed, intellectual, diligent, time to move quickly, choose logic over emotion. So it's all about taking action towards a situation here. The Knight of Swords is a decision maker. It's almost like he comes in and you save the day. You're very confident about something and you know what you want and you're going forward towards it here, Gemini. And I feel like you finally have the strength to overcome a situation that maybe was a little bit difficult for you. So you're celebrating getting through this tough time because the Strength card shows up and it says that this was a soul challenge for you. It was something that you needed to endure that, again, maybe took a long time for you to get there, but you finally took action with this Knight of Swords energy coming in. And you mustered up the strength, the courage to move forward in the situation here. And the Strength card is you finally letting down your walls and getting a little bit vulnerable so you were able to take that next step. So let's clarify this energy for you and see what it is that you were strong about. What is it? What are we celebrating the Strength card? Spirit, can you please let us know what our beautiful Gemini, what are they celebrating? Oh, Nine of Swords showing up in reverse. So no more sleepless nights. Something that really kept you up at night, Gemini. Something that gave you anxiety. Something that really made you feel like you were in despair. A lot of worry around this. Maybe shutting down a situation. Maybe feeling very depressed. I feel like we're celebrating you coming out of this energy. Okay, so something that you've been really tossing and turning, literally tossing and turning for a while now, whatever it was, there's some sort of decision that was made and some sort of action that was taken. Let's get another card here, Spirit, for the Strength energy showing up for my beautiful Gemini. What is it that they were strong about and really took action? The Knight of Wands. They want me to go one more, okay? We have the Knight of Wands showing up. So now you have the Knight of Wands, which is, again, they're telling me that you took rapid action towards something. The Knight of Wands, okay, yeah. So we have the Knight of Wands followed by the Five of Wands energy. So not only did you take action towards something that kept you up at night, that was really a lot on your plate here, Gemini, but the Knight of Wands shows up, and the Knight of Wands is somebody who is very spontaneous, wants to live life adventurously, wants to take action, maybe even wants to be daring or bold, maybe go travel the world. And I feel like whatever this was that you had to step up against, it blocked you from doing that. So whatever it was, again, that you had to take strength to either end, to walk away from, or maybe again, if it was some sort of addiction or some sort of thinking pattern, it really held you back from living this Knight of Wands energy. It really held you back from being this person. And what I'm feeling for you is that there was a lot of these obstacles to climb with the Five of Wands energy. A lot of obstacles, a lot of rivalry, even a little bit of competition. But I feel like this is you. I feel like even though this card is about collaboration and working with others, I feel like this is you. I feel like many times you were trying to reach for the sun here, but you kept maybe falling down and you kept falling and you kept falling. But you know what? The beautiful thing of this card here is you have the strength, Gemini, to never give up. So whatever the situation here is where you had to try to climb to reach the sun, and the sun card is all about abundance. It's about success. It's about truth, right? Truth. And you have the truth card showing up in the Knight of Michael. So I feel like you finally took action on being truthful to yourself. Maybe you were lying to yourself about a situation. Maybe somebody else was lying to you and you just couldn't, maybe you didn't want to believe in it for a long time. But I feel for many of you, maybe this isn't your energy. Maybe it's somebody else in the mix that wanted to live life like how I described the Knight of Wands. But here you come in here and you have the strength to overcome these obstacles. So what you need to do, Gemini, is give yourself a huge pat on the back because you took action and you climbed and climbed and you never gave up. And that's what Spirit's telling me here is you put in the effort, the energy, the time, the sleepless nights. But what you should be celebrating right now is overcoming those obstacles. So let's take a look. All right, let's take a look at what your untapped spiritual gift or greatest strength is at this time. We have divine guidance. So this is the Hierophant card. It says the search for meaning in life. Consider an alternative approach. Surround yourself with wise teachers and friends. So divine guidance shows up here for you, and this is your greatest strength. Maybe you are a teacher, a spiritual teacher yourself. Maybe you will be teaching others through your own experiences how to free themselves from any worry, from any anxiety, from any sleepless nights. Divine guidance in the Hierophant also shows up as deep learning. For some of you, it could have been some sort of high level commitment that took strength that maybe you had to separate from. Maybe it took, maybe there was something tested within some sort of high level commitment that you overcame. So please take it as it resonates here, Gemini. But I feel with the divine guidance card showing up here, your untapped spiritual gift or greatest potential is your own intuition and your own higher self as well. But it's, again, staying true to who you are and staying committed to yourself in this situation. I feel like there was, excuse me, for many of you, if you were in some sort of high level commitment here, maybe it was really listening to that inner voice. What maybe you had been not listening to in the past. Let's clarify. Spirit, can you please clarify the Hierophant card for the greatest strength, my beautiful Gemini? Knight of Pentacles, something that you've been trying to build up the strength to maybe move towards or walk away from, one of the two here, because we do have the Knight of Pentacles showing up in reverse. I feel like whatever it was here was a long time coming, okay? Whatever this strength card is that you finally gained the courage to, again, probably walk away from, took a lot from you. And I feel like you really had to listen to your gut in this situation, and you were divinely guided. Now was the time. It was like it was now or never. Even though it took a long time to get there, I feel like you're finally ready to take action on something. Something that you had been in your head about for a long time. Something that maybe you thought you would never do, Gemini. But we have the Page of Swords, or excuse me, the Page of Cups showing up. And I feel that whatever this was, your heart was in it. You know, that's why it took you so long to do whatever it was here that you needed to do in this situation, because your heart was in it. There was a lot of love for this, whether it was a career, whether it was a person, whether it was a family member you needed to walk away from or reconcile with. Whatever energy this fits into your story, it did give you a lot of headache because you sat in it for too long, I want to say, because we do have this showing up in reverse here. But your greatest strength is you're finally overcoming, And you're listening to your own divine guidance at this time. You're listening to spirit. You're moving forward. You've learned the lessons. I still feel like you're kind of going through the lessons. I'll be honest here. And I'm also, what am I getting here, spirit? What is this? I'm getting somebody, I'm getting the word, I don't think it, well, I'll just tell you what I'm getting. I'm getting midlife crisis, like something in the past maybe felt like a midlife crisis, or maybe you're at that age where people are saying to you, oh, Gemini, you're just going through a midlife crisis, because I'm actually, as I was hearing those words, I was seeing somebody in some sort of a sports car going on the highway, and I feel like their hair is blowing in the wind, or they were going through some sort of like midlife turnaround, we'll call it. I don't want to call it a crisis, even though it might have felt like that. But moving forward into this energy, I feel like spirit is divinely guiding you. Maybe you're thinking of purchasing some sort of new vehicle, maybe even a sports car. Maybe you have one. But I feel like for some of you, you're definitely being divinely guided at this time. And your greatest strength is continuing to be honest with yourself and listen to your higher self. What's a direct message from spirit? Spirit, what do you have for my beautiful Gemini? Whoa, the wheel. I love the wheel. The Wheel of Fortune, new beginnings, end of delays, a change in direction that offers happiness. Spirit is saying here, Gemini, this is what you've wanted. This is what you've waited for. This is destiny and fate stepping in and intervening, because it's some sort of happy, unexpected change, especially because you did have two cards coming up that tended for you to lean towards some sort of sleepless night or some sort of anxiety or worry that you're releasing. The universe is stepping in here, freeing this up to give you a brand new beginning. I'm really loving this. And spirit is saying right now, you have three major arcana out on the board. You have the Strength card, the Hierophant, and the Wheel. So whatever's going on, especially during this full moon energy, I almost want to say the month of July in general for you, but I'm getting even though July 23rd is the full moon, pay attention to July 29th, okay? July 29th, do you want those, spirit? No. July 29th, you may receive some sort of blast from the past. Six of Cups energy shows up, and this is, maybe you're thinking too much in the past at this time. It could be somebody that you needed to find that strength to kind of speak your truth, maybe coming back into your circle, or it could just be you contemplating the past, like, did I make the right decision? But you absolutely did, Gemini, okay? Whatever this is showing up for you here, this wheel is here to set you free. And the Six of Cups is also a card of second chances as well. So whether it's a second chance with somebody from the past, but I'm getting for most of you, it's just a second chance in a new life, a new beginning. And I feel like that's been almost a common theme for a lot of you, because for many of you, you are going through a huge transformational shift in period. I want to say it started this year for many of you, the beginning of the year, going into it now. There's still a lot of uncertainty around the situation here, but the moon does show up. It showed up in reverse here. So what I feel like is your path is going to be illuminated, and that's why you have spirit intervening, spirit stepping in, because maybe you threw your hands in the air, Gemini, and you're like, I just don't know which direction to go. I don't know if this was the right choice. How can I be certain? What should I do now? And this is where fate steps in and says, all right, we're going to illuminate this path for you. You've done the work. You were strong in this situation. And now it's our turn to illuminate the path and kind of help you along, because you are being divinely guided at this time. So let's take a look and see how you've grown. Gemini, how have you grown during this cycle? I feel like many of you have grown a lot. We have the the King of Pentacles. Whoa. So for many of you, you've grown by standing on your own 2 feet. The King of Gabrielle here, King of Wands is what they're saying here. King of Wands, okay. Okay. One moment here. Okay. So I'm getting a couple different energies from this card here. For many of you, so even though I'm feeling a little bit of King of Pentacles energy, this is the King of Wands. And the King of Wands, he could be a business owner, entrepreneur as well, but this person's very passionate. He's a leader. He's successful. He's very spiritual, very adventurous and warm. He even could be some sort of motivational speaker. But it says generous, inspirational, dramatic, and driven. Keep your eyes on the big picture. Leave the details to others. Experience that leads to success. Genuine concerns for others. So that's the thing with the King of Wands, is he is very warm. He is very passionate. And he does have a great concern for others. But a lot of times he sits on his throne, by himself here. And what I'm getting here is, if you are focusing on all the little details in something, I feel like your mind's going to go crazy here, Gemini. So let go and let God is almost what I'm getting here. Divine guidance. You are being divinely guided. So I feel with this card, it's like you don't have to know all the answers. You don't have to be in control of every single tiny little detail here. But keep your eyes on the overall big picture. Keep your eyes on what it was that really you had to step in your power and be strong about here. And make sure that your concern for others isn't going to make you fall back into past patterns or past traps, whether that's with people or maybe that's a way of thinking, or maybe even that's an addiction. Whatever that looks like for you, Gemini, make sure you keep your eye on the big picture, because I feel like that's how you've grown. You've seen the big picture of something now. So let's clarify this energy for my beautiful Gemini. Thank you. Thank you, Spirit. I'm getting the name Christiane. It could be Christy and Anne, but I feel like they're put together, like a Christiane, one name. So take it as it resonates here, Spirit. Okay. Do you want these like this or like this? Okay, both. So we have the Page of Cups showing up again, the Queen of Swords, and the Page of Swords. So this is how you have grown. So you've grown, because remember we had the page showing up earlier. Page of Cups, somebody who wears their heart on their sleeve. You have grown here from the Page of Cups, somebody who maybe was inexperienced regarding this situation in the past. Whatever this was that you had to be strong about. Maybe you didn't know much about it. Maybe it took a long time to get there because you were inexperienced, and that's okay to acknowledge that. The Page is one of the most, experiences out of the court cards. The Page is the youngest. He could be a little immature in his emotions. Maybe you just didn't know any better because you didn't have the knowledge that you do now. But how you've grown is you've set healthy boundaries for yourself, Gemini. This is the Libra card as well, but it is your fellow air sign. And the Queen of Swords energy is all about being truthful, being honest, but also setting healthy boundaries for yourself and not letting people step on your toes. And then we have the Page of Swords. So we have the Page of Swords coming up, and I feel like you've gained a lot of knowledge. As I was just saying here, you've been curious, you've grown from the state of mind from this page, and even though this page is still very can be immature in their energy, they've taken time out to really learn and to grow. And maybe you've read self-help books. Maybe you've researched something high and low before you made a decision. But the Page of Swords is you are very curious, thirsty for knowledge regarding a situation. And I feel like if you can continue to take those steps, that's how you can keep growing. Set healthy boundaries for yourself. Don't be too naive. If you're inexperienced, gain the experience and the wisdom before you take a leap of faith into something too big. And then the Queen of Swords here, set healthy boundaries for yourself. Don't let yourself get walked on, and stay curious. Stay curious about life. Stay curious about your path, your journey. And then lastly, let's get some action steps that you can take, Gemini, to continue growing on your journey. What are action steps that my beautiful Gemini can take to continue on their path? Oh. I feel like this one flipped up here. Queen, and now we have the Queen here of Wands. So interesting. We go, this is how you've grown, right? But the action steps that you can continue to take growing. So, this could be you just leveling up as your counterpart here. This could be, it could be a physical counterpart as well. But I feel like the steps to continue taking here are be passionate, be charming, be independent, be brilliant, because those are the traits and characteristics that the queen holds. And it says you can do anything right now. Go after what you want, the ability to attract helpful people. So I'm really loving that card for you. We're going to get a couple of action steps, additional action steps that you can take here to continue growing. We have cut your cords. Gemini, cut your cords. Ask Archangel Michael to clear any old attachments to fear that stem from past relationships, freeing you from destructive patterns. And that's kind of the energy I was picking up on earlier. Make sure that you are cutting yourself from any situations that hold you back, because you've already been strong once. You don't have to keep going back and trying to be strong. You've already done it. Keep moving forward is what I'm getting here. So let's get vacuum away fear. Call upon Archangel Michael and Raphael to lift fear-based energy from you, your surroundings, the situation, and everyone involved. Okay, so we have two cards here that are talking about fear or destructive patterns here. So really pay attention to your thoughts, especially because you should be celebrating overcoming this. Don't put yourself back into that position, because you have a lot to celebrate for moving on. Your luck is going to change. Spirit's message for you, Gemini, is the wheel, stepping in, intervening. They want one last card here from the angels on an action step. One last card, Spirit. Okay, thank you. We have Ascended Masters. Powerful, loving, and wise spiritual teachers are watching over you and guiding you. And I love that, because your greatest strength, remember, we have divine guidance showing up in your untapped spiritual potential here. I feel like, again, the lessons that you've been learning yourself here, Gemini, you've grown and you've ascended yourself, but you're not alone. You're not doing this alone. So ask for help, whether that's the physical 3D realm or that is, the spiritual realm as well. So you have a lot of beautiful things coming in here for you. You have this brand new beginning that the universe is stepping in, intervening. Your luck is going to change, especially if you feel like you've kind of had this streak. You should be celebrating moving through this powerful moment, something that you did here that Spirit's rewarding you for. Very proud of you. And then we have the King and Queen of Wands energy showing up here. So good energy is where you're at here. You should be proud of yourself. I hope this resonates with you and helps you on your path. I'm also getting the name Peter. Peter, I know it's a rare name you don't hear often. Maybe, I feel like for some of you, you're either reading a story or maybe you're watching a movie with the name Peter in it as well. Take it as it resonates, Gemini. I hope this helps you, sending you a lot of love and light. If it does, please hit that like, comment, subscribe button, and I'm grateful for each and every one of you. Love and light.